is getting closer. Cyclone season is getting closer.
Cyclones are named once there are sustained winds of more than 34 knots close to the centre. Satellite data of cloud formations helps forecasters spot when a cyclone is on its way. In the last video we explained our plan for keeping ENVY safe this cyclone season and our hunt for a container. This video is about the cradle we're making to sit ENVY in.
This is only the beginning.
These cradles are shown here in blue, and the aft cradle will sit on top of the container.
Alright. Here's to the minds lost on the road.
We are Timo, Nemo, Solo and Joe, and this is our sailing yacht ENVY. We're currently in Fiji, transforming her from an ex-race boat to a performance family cruiser.
Now we are ready also for move the props. I got to move the props this morning and prepare the spot for this bulkhead. Is the one of the main bulkhead. Here we want to build one cradle, one support with the same shape of the boat. We use the boat like a mole, and we built in wood and fiberglass the good crab for the boat.
First we had to protect the hull by taping plastic over the bulkhead where the cradle was going to go, along with a layer of carpet, because we planned to glue carpet to the top of the cradle to absorb any irregularities between the shape of the cradle and the hull.
From Sailing Yacht NV, sometimes one afternoon pass only and put one piece of plastic and try to tape the carpet and nothing. After coming the humidity, the rain, it's too late. It's no more time for do the fiberglass.
For the first cradle, for the stern of the boat, we used strips of mahogany. These strips were approximately 5 meters long, 5 centimeters wide and 5 millimeters tall. 4 of these strips, laminated on top of each other with layers of fiberglass in between, makes up one rib of the cradle. And this aft cradle is made up of 4 of these ribs, glued next to each other side by side.
Now is all the wood is ready, the fiberglass is ready cut, and now I mix the resin and go. This is the first shape of the cradle. It's amazing. I always dreamed to have one boat with a personal cradle. This one is the first one, is the beginning of our system. After this one we have to shipping everywhere around the world with us with one container. For that we go to buy that one container. It's a little bit expensive system, but it's very practical when you are on the yard. For one boat complicated like this with a big draft and big skinny blade, it's very better to this system. You see how many props we have. From the sunset, after job, I'm destroyed, but I managed to do the second line of cradle for sailing NV for NV. You can see the 2 line of wood laminate with epoxy. Ok, it's the sunset from Fiji. Ciao a tutti.
The green vertical tape you can see here marks the bulkhead we're using as the main support for this cradle.
Okay, it's another nice Sunday in Fiji. We try to go to remove the props that keep in force the new cradle, the beginning of the new cradle for sailing yacht MV, and we go to see if the form is a copy from the hull, like a mold, and when I slack the props, the form stay the same. Yeah, from sailing yacht MV. I will to clean a little bit with the grind, remove the cradle, capsize, nail to the table for keeping one good form, and go to reinforce all with the fiberglass. I wish to do one good job. Ciao guys.
Now we see when we remove the pressure from the props if the cradle keeps its form.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. The cradle is come out quite well. It's not finished, have a little bit elasticity, but it's very nice. You can see this is the form of our boat.
Now we reinforce again with fiberglass.
Because raining, I come to check our cradle. Look like the rain is not a problem because it's ready to start the catalyzation. I'm very happy. I really like, no bubble.
Next we position the support plank at the right height to glue to the cradle to complete the structure.
I'm very happy. Work in progress. At the moment I cut all wedges, support. I wanna laminate and fiberglass with the structure. And now it's time to glue and fiberglass.
And the first cradle is ready. All that's left is to primer and paint it.
This nice color of sky and sea. We are in the conclusion of the preparation of the cradle. Now we remove the masking tape and we go to glue the foam. After I start to use it, my new cradle. But the wood is very nice, it's very smooth. It's the same form of the boat here.
We were really pleased with how the cradle came out. But in the end, this method was too time consuming and costly, so we decided to try something different for the next cradle. We'll show the new method in the next video.
Madonna, how much money, eh? Two piece of wood. But when I remove the last screw, stupid, I take all wood, all cradle on the face, on the eye. I risk to big punch. Watch how much pumping me. A very big pain, but yeah, now I have to continue it. After I go home I try to put the ice. Madonna che male. Ciao. Use it mahogany wood.
And as for Solo, he underwent major surgery and had a metal plate inserted in his leg to keep the two fractured parts together.
It's okay.
Here's to the minds lost on the road, hearts weighed down with loads, the sinking, the drowning.
The operation went really well and we were hopeful for a full recovery.
Coming back home now, very happy, eat. It's all good, old friend, don't ever worry. Slowly, slowly, we're gonna fix it. Solo. Do you think to be smart to remove the casting by self?
But it was really difficult to keep him still and to keep the bandages on him.
Quella zampetta tutta storta che c'hai? Tu tiri in testa io, Cioè, ti ho fatto il gesso, te lo togli?
And it meant watching him 24/7.
E adesso questo qua? Cosa ne facciamo? What we do with this one? Naughty boy. Sì, non togliere anche quell'altra,
Even if we taped up his back legs and put a muzzle or a cone around his neck, he still managed to get the bandages off.
Guarda. Remove the casting again. Remove the socks I put on the back legs so I don't push out the casting. The naked legs. Muzzle. The casting tight on the back to the shoulder, but nothing, Solo. Watch me.
This was exhausting for us and pretty dire for him.
Here's to the one I love the most. Haunts me like a ghost.
Toilet time was especially tricky. Somebody needs the toilet. And what about you? You did a poo in your pants. And you did a poo in your cage. This is my life now.
Bravo, che fatica. Bravo, How much so difficult, All together. You're a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Vado pupù. Bravo.
But it wasn't long before we were back at the vet's.
Yeah, to the doctor. Yeah, to the doctor because I do something silly this morning. Look like I break again the bones. Yeah, feeling very bad. Even not.
Unfortunately, it didn't work. The metal plate came out because we couldn't keep him still enough. And now the bone was broken into 3 pieces. So the metal plate was removed, and we've got one last chance to try to keep him still and hope that the bones grow back together.
Here, you go on the grass. Sun. Sun is good for the bush. Go here.